Excuse me, sir. Do you think we can just get a few seconds of footage of you guys like working in the trailer? We're gonna be very careful. Stay at the corner. We're not gonna be run. Yeah, we'll just stay like here. Yeah.
For what?
We're doing a video about like Jess's life.
For women, right?
Yeah.
We're not really supposed to let that happen because of safety issues. Right?
Yeah.
But maybe just one person. Yeah.
The guy who checked you in, we were just begging him to let us allow us to film, right? And he was like, "What is this for?" I was like, "Oh, it's for like women in trucking." And he was like, "So what does that have anything to do with me?" I'm like, "Don't be mean." You have 13 of them?
Yes.
Why are they called floors? I didn't understand that. I saw on the confirmation page you sent me floor
not
13.
Pallet. That's pallet.
Yeah.
It's sitting directly on my floor.
Oh.
So it's a floor load.
Oh.
Yeah. You're either pallet loaded or
Yeah,
you're floor loaded. And that just tells me that I have to sweep my floor or they swept it.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. So we don't want any nails in your floor.
Sure. Yeah. Damage.
Because sometimes, like when I haul tractors, they have to they put blocks of wood and they nail them to my floor to brace the tractors.
Yeah.
And so you either have to pull those all the way out or hammer them all the way in. So that loads like this, it'll scratch them.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be there early.
Yeah.
Now we go there and we're early. Do we wait or how does the process work?
They'll probably take us.
Okay, that's good.
For non-food, it was good. Food usually takes a lot longer
Why is that?
because they don't care as much.
Shouldn't they care food a little bit more? You know what I
I
mean?
think it all depends on how the warehouse workers are paid.
Yeah. So this guy is
Probably
get
a lot
paid
more
more.
than they might even be union.
Yeah.
Warehouse workers on the low side start out at like 12 or 13 and can go up to 25, 30 depending on the type. This is more of a skilled warehouse. So you have to operate machinery. It's a little bit more complex. Loaders get more than like just general warehouse workers usually.
Peach tree. Huh. That's just as interesting.
So you have to put in the location of every time you change your duty status, you have to put in the location.
Okay. I mean, why do you need to use something like that to draw
A ruler?
shapes? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes my lines nicer
Oh.
than the neater your logs are, the less hassle you get. Mine are sort of messy, but they really want like the nice clean lines.
Wow, this one's so complicated.
Yeah.
So every like dent or peak means like dent means you stop by stop.
Yeah.
I can't even feel it.
You can't?
Yeah,
Oh, you can feel it's a little bit more lurchy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a struggle bus because we're going on surface streets, not the highway, all the way there. It's not far, it's only 24 miles.
So the place we're going to, is it like a factory, a warehouse?
It's a tiny little warehouse. It's gonna be fun to back into a dock because it's a mess. I already looked at it, the satellite of it. It's one built for modern trucks. Sorry? Yes. They're only filming me.
No.
no, they're only
just
filming me.
focusing on the truck. Yeah. Thank you.
I typically spoil her and I take her out to restaurants every night for dinner that she doesn't normally go to because she's just going to order the fried rice or the soup and you know. If you traveled back in time and had an opportunity to raise me differently, what would you do?
What would I do? I don't think I would have remarried. Her dad and I broke up, and I remarried about 4 years later. It was a struggle. So I think that if I could have just gotten over, like, you know how you think, okay, you know, we'll be married and things are going to get better or whatever. You can just hold on to what you're doing, change a little bit, and just be patient and let things work themselves out. I would have done that rather than rush into remarrying and get divorced. So I would have just been better off staying a single mom and then not continuing.
We talked about me being a nomad and just having companions wherever.
Yeah, my dad passed away years ago. He did say he noticed that I was happier when I was little. So, you know, but
All right, I'll talk to you later.
yeah.
Before you started the business with your ex, did you try any other jobs?
I was running my mom's gallery.
Yeah.
I came back to the U.S. after spending 2 years in Belize with my mom. And he had started a taxi. He started driving for a friend of his. He was a chef by trade. And
You met
we
him?
started to try again after that split. And he was driving for his friend, and then he finally had enough money and bought his own, and we grew it from there. But he was a gambler. It was a struggle to keep the bills paid. He would, when we had one sedan for business, he would disappear in days for it, and I'm trying to book customers and take customers, and he's gone to the casino for 3 or 4 days. I can't do that. So the business started to suffer, and he was getting meaner and meaner. So
That's when you
it
guys
was time to leave. It's your turn. I do it all the time.
Okay.
So start with the fuel card.
He wants you to do it.
Okay. Right now, to fill up, it's going to cost you about $1,200.
1,200?
Yes.
Wow. But how long is that gonna last? In terms of the mileage?
Yeah, I get 5 miles to the gallon, and that's probably 220 gallons. Well, I get about 6 or 7 when I'm light. Heavy like today, a lot of traffic. It's closer to 5 miles a gallon.
So the cost of gas per mile is about 50 cents. You said.
I'm getting a fuel surcharge of 90 cents a mile.
90 cents.
That's what should be on every load.
Yeah.
Whether brokers pay it or not. Most brokers right now are pocketing the fuel surcharge. and keeping it and not giving it to the drivers. So there's a lot of disrupt right now in the freight. Drivers don't want to pull this freight without getting their fuel surcharge. $1,200. I literally put in everything I earned today in the tank just now. For that little short run across town, only a couple hours worth of work, $400.
Yeah.
And I just put $389 in my tank.
So you made 400 today, and you just put it in the
I just put it in the tank.
Okay.
So this will carry me through my next load.
Okay.
You know, usually for me, one load pays for my fuel for the week, one load pays for the other expenses, and then one load
meals.
pays for me.
Yeah.
So
Has the gas price gone up a lot in the past?
In less than 6 months, it's more than double. It's not
More
about
than
6
double.
months. My fuel discount had me buying diesel between $2.20 and $2.50 a gallon.
Yeah.
Today I paid $5.06 a gallon.
Wow. That makes sense.
Right now, the reason I don't fill up my tanks is because with the fuel the way it is, it's so high priced. Filling your tanks up and parking is asking for somebody to steal your fuel.
Steal your fuel?
They will pump, if they see me filling, I only fill up one tank so that by the time I park, it's leveled out and I don't fill my tanks up unless
Someone would steal it.
somebody will steal my fuel.
Wow. How? Just open that and they'll
Just open it up and siphon it out. I know friends that have
That's
lost.
insane. Is there a way to protect it? Is there a way to
I can
add
get a lock for
yeah.
it. I just haven't.
Yeah, you probably should, I think.
Yeah.
Because
I
now
just
it's getting more and more expensive.
Yeah, I don't fill it
Yeah.
enough. So if they're gonna siphon, they're gonna have to get some of the garbage in the bottom of my tank, clog their fuel filters all up.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't know there would be like fuel like theft. I didn't know that.
Oh no, it's real. I have pepper spray, and I have on the side of my truck, you can see I have the F3 pepper spray, which is the police issue type pepper spray. That's a pretty good alert. It sprays like 15 feet. People don't look at this truck and think, ooh, that's a solo female, because it's an old truck. And typically women tend to be in the newer trucks. They're not in the older trucks as much. It's rare that you see a woman driving an old truck, you know. Somebody was like, don't you lock your truck? I'm like, sometimes, you know, but I don't think people look at my truck and think, you know what, she's got high dollar electronics in her. I don't. One of my scariest situations was I was in Ontario, California, and there was a guy that followed me out to my truck, and I notified security, and so they were keeping a watch. But at about midnight, 12:30, he came knocking on my passenger door, wanting to get in, and I was like, no, and I pulled on my air horn, and the other trucks on the other side of me jumped out and chased him away. But it was a really freaky situation. it was an invasion of privacy. For someone to follow you back to your truck, which is supposed to be your safe space, and then try and invade it, it doesn't happen all that often. That's only one of maybe 2 situations where I really felt truly uncomfortable in my truck. That wasn't a driver-on-driver safety issue. That was outside forces.
I've been hearing lots about you.
How pleased I am?
No, you should be thinking you're like a brother to her, you know.
Yeah, she's my white sister.
Best friend forever. Did they fix my hood or no?
Now we cut it up and feel
So I can open and close it?
Yeah.
It's open now? You didn't close it?
No. You might want to put it yourself.
What?
No, you can see this holder. Yeah.
Oh, you wanted me to inspect it? Make sure you did it right?
Yeah.
Check your work?
You take care now.
Did you tighten the bolts?
No. The ratchet broke. I think
He broke your ratchet? Did you get my light bulbs from D&J or do I have to go back and get them?
No, you have to go back and get them.
What?
Amazing. Well, that's not gonna...
It's not going to affect their performance because
No.
they've been out for like 3 months now.
Okay, you want to keep going. Good to see you, Jessica.
Do you have the 100 from yesterday that I spent? No.
Let me tell my wife.
Cash app it.
Cash out.
Alright.
100
Yeah, the receipts are in the pickup truck.
That's fine.
It was like 43 and some change and then 56 and some change.
I'll let her know.
Alright.
Alright, Dad. Take care.
I made fun of some of my friends because if I run out of like pants or shirts, I'll just go buy more.
Let's get back to your daughter. Is she single now? Like,
Last I heard she was, but there was a guy back in Michigan that she was talking to. I don't know how that's working out or what.
do you like that guy?
From what I hear, he's nicer. I really didn't know him. So he's in college to be an engineer, so that is promising.
Yeah.
You know, that alone tells me that he's got a plan, that he's dedicated to doing something. He's not like floundering and...
Yeah, what about the guy you didn't like?
Oh, the guy I didn't like, he had no plans for anything. You know,
So what was he doing?
Exactly, he was coasting through life on his charm and what he could get off of people.
He sounds like a swindler. know what I mean?
Yeah, but when I said that, I was mean. We were in it together every step of the way, and it wasn't until after she graduated high school and basically halfway through her first year of college where her attitude changed from we're working together, we're doing, mother-daughter team, we're not, it's us against the world, to I really fault the boy that she started dating at that time. Like, that's when the change happened. There was a boy she was dating, and I think he had a lot to do in her attitude shift. Well, I didn't like him. I saw a lot of her dad and the tendencies in him. She can't go out with her cousin unless he goes with them, even though he wasn't invited. Everything she does revolves around his approval.
And you've clearly voiced your disapproval or concern about the relationship.
I did. So she didn't want to hear it because he love bombed her, he made her feel like I didn't care about her if I didn't continue to support whatever she did. He was the only one that loved her, only one that cared about her.
That's why you say him very similar to your ex.
Yes.
He's very manipulative.
It was. I saw the patterns that I didn't recognize when I was in that situation. But once I'm outside of it and I see the toxicity of it, I was able to pinpoint him a lot easier when watching from afar.
And this ex-boyfriend of your daughter, is he also very charismatic? Funny,
He's got the
narcissist.
Pretty much. He carries himself a lot like her dad. I mean, there's that old saying that you marry your dad. I don't have the relationship with my daughter that I worked so hard to have. Giving up so much to get out of that situation. Working so hard so that she didn't have to feel like she wanted for anything. Like working so that she didn't have to ask her dad for anything because of what came with it, the ties that came with it. So to make sure that she had everything and didn't need anything from him. I was hard on my mom, we're close, but, I thought that there was always more that she could do, but as an adult, I realized how much she actually did. It was just exactly normal teenagers. I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm going to tell you I hate you and stomp away and slam my door. And then, to see the sacrifices, to see the strength that it took for her to separate from my dad and lose that stability that, was there having two parents and, not being able to distinguish at the time the difference between the physical and emotional. I watched my dad beat my mom and throw her downstairs. So, to me, that was abuse. It wasn't the emotional abuse that I suffered. But it wasn't until I left that I saw that was that was worse. Because my mom's bruises healed. But the distrust, the internalization, the overachieving that I try and do to prove to people that I'm good enough, that I'm smart enough, that I'm enough, that I'm not worthless.
Definitely don't want to remarry again.
No. I just want to do my own and not, I just
don't want to be bothered.
To me, my experience is I'm looking for someone who is coming at me with the same energy that I have and the same of everything or more. Like I'll be the lesser. I'm content. I don't want anything from you even, but my biggest thing is I've always been one to shoot for the stars, and when I've got somebody that's here, it's like dragging an anchor with you. So I need somebody to match that. I have my own business. I have my own house. I need you to have your own, so that you either have a good job and your own your own thing going, so that your identity is not relying on me, because my identity, I don't want it to rely on you.
卡车运输在大多数国家里都是男性主导的产业，不过在美国，越来越多的女性也成为了卡车司机。和男性司机一样，他们也要面对超长的工作时间、不稳定的作息、较高的体力消耗以及时常发生的机械故障。而作为女性，她们还要额外担心性骚扰，还有其他的人身安全问题。不过，这个看似对女性来说困难重重的职业，或许能够治愈她们精神上的伤痛。本期故事里的单亲妈妈杰西，一度因为家庭暴力而陷入抑郁。成为卡车司机之后，她重新振作起来，把家庭还有事业都经营得风生水起。现在，她是一名自信满满、活力四射、美丽坚强的女司机，甚至成为了这个男性主导行业里的佼佼者。杰西的励志故事告诉我们，只要我们不惧困难，努力勤奋，即便是性别壁垒还有原生家庭的限制，也不能够阻挡我们成功的脚步。希望您喜欢我们本期的节目，欢迎留言并且转发。